Hey you all, my name is Joy Scott and this is
Dominique.
my husband and this is our love story. Honestly y'all, before we even go into our story, I have to give you some background of us. So I actually was a missionary out in Medellin, Colombia, living my life from December.
What do you mean living your life?
I'm living my life with you. Living my single life, okay? I'll make a video on that, okay? I was living, he's being a hater.
She's a missionary in Colombia.
I was living my life out there. And so basically what would happen is I would come down like during December time and during the summer for a couple weeks to visit family and the church. Babe, what's your backstory?
I'm from Zion, Illinois, Chicagoland area. But God was calling me and my brother to LA. That was back in so we got that revelation in February of 2018. Like 5-6 months later, we moved to LA in July of 2018. And then I started going to All Nations San Bernardino Church that same year. And here we are.
And that church actually helped me financially while I was out there on the mission field. But now here's the story. When I would come, I noticed Dominique. I just remember him being tall and skinny and just so handsome. And I was like, who is that? So anywho, as well, my mother, when I would be out in the mission field and everything like that, she was always asking me, Joy, why don't you marry somebody from the church? Why haven't you dated in 6-7 years? Like, what? Do you even want to get married? And I'm like, Mom, I want to get married. I'm like, I don't find anybody attractive at the church, okay? I was like, the only person I find attractive is Dominique. And Mom was like, who? I was like, oh, like he does like media in the back and everything like that. And Mom was like, oh, okay, cool.
Oh, so
what's your story?
My story?
Yeah.
My story is I was telling Chris, my brother Chris, that the only girl I would possibly date is Joy at the church.
But I had no idea that he said that.
Yeah, she had no idea.
So in December of 2019, I was at the church in the nursery area, and there's a lady there named Celia. And basically, we're chit-chatting it up and everything. And she was like, Joy, you want to find out something funny? I said, what? She said, we're out here trying to hook up Dominique with somebody from the church. And he said, oh no, I don't like anybody. The only person I found attractive was Joy. But she's gone. So basically, I didn't have a chance.
Yeah, she was gone. She was in Colombia. So that's very long distance. That's in another country, long distance. So I didn't know how sure I was about the whole situation of trying to date Joy. But
wow.
My
Did
brother
I have faith? I'm just joking.
I did. Sally told you that, right?
Yeah, Celia told me that.
Sally found out because of Val, Chris's girlfriend. Chris told Val, which I had no clue he did. So I was shocked just as her when she knew that piece of information. But
and so what happened was she was all like, yeah, we were trying to hook him up with somebody, but he said he didn't like, the one person he liked was Joy. And I said, oh my gosh. I said, no way. I said, oh my gosh, I said the same thing about Dominique, but to my mother. And Celia had no idea. And she was like, okay, nope, this is God. We have to meet you guys. You guys have to get together and everything like that. And so we did. We went on a date. When, babe?
I don't remember exactly.
January 12th, 2020.
Yeah, it was in January. And it was a day, 2 days or a day before she went back to Colombia.
Literally a day before.
Went to, Blaze Pizza.
It was
Rancho
nasty.
Cucamonga.
Rancho Cucamonga.
But I didn't know that Rancho Cucamonga was a real place. If you watch Friday After Next, it's a big reference in that movie.
Oh, okay. He's a movie person. I never know movie references, but Rancho Cucamonga.
No, next Friday. I'm sorry, not Friday After Next. Next Friday, part 2 of Friday. But
okay.
But yeah, go ahead, babe.
So then, we went to Blaze Pizza, and I was like, if you know me, you probably tell my videos, I have a very bubbly personality, and Dominique is the complete opposite of me. And I went on this date, and Dang, babe. And when we went on this date, and I was like, okay, I mean, this date was okay. I mean, he was cool. I mean, he was nice. There's no big red flags, but so I was just chopping it away, right, babe?
Chopping it away. Chopping it away.
I was chopping it away, and Dominique, I guess you like that, babe, because look, you put a ring on it.
Yes.
You must have liked it.
I did. It was just.
What was your biggest memory from our first date? Or I don't know.
Her just sharing my drink, and we just met.
Wait, what? What was your fondest memory?
You sharing my drink, and we just met. I'm like, did she just drink from the same straw? Like, what?
Guilty. I think I love sharing. If you know me, I absolutely love sharing. It's the most beautiful thing ever. And I guess I shared my drink with him the first day. I didn't remember that.
But yeah.
But another pivotal thing happened, babe. You said, because he wasn't sure about me being a missionary, if we were going to be able to be together.
Oh, I
and
actually,
then,
yeah, I did.
Yeah, and what did I say?
I asked you, how long did you see yourself like being out there? And she said, yeah, 2 years, 2 years tops.
Yeah.
2 years tops. And that gave me hope, because if she had to say like 5 years or something,
You would have dropped me?
I probably would.
You would have dropped me like a hot potato. Jeez Louise. But yeah, I didn't even honestly, that's what I always knew. I knew I was only going to do missions for 2 years, and then God was going to have me travel and do different things around the world. So I'm happy I ended up saying that, y'all. But
it all worked out. God worked out.
Exactly.
And then she told me she was already feeling a certain way earlier that year anyway.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know what else if she stayed out there long term and things like that. So.
Exactly. So it really all worked out. So we went on that date, and basically Dominique was just consistent after that. We literally have been talking every day since then. Since January 2020, January 12th. And basically I went back to California, and we started FaceTiming, texting all the time while I'm out in Medellin serving. Then the panorama happened. Yes, the panorama happened, and I had to end up coming back because my visa was expiring, and I did not want, no one knew what was to come, but I literally had to leave with my backpack and all my other stuff back in Colombia. And I came back in March of 2021. And when did you ask me to be your girlfriend, babe?
April 5th.
April 5th. I think it was actually a Passover.
I know that date.
April 5th, he asked me to be his girlfriend, and then of 2021. And then we just, honestly, you guys, I can say when he asked me to be his girlfriend, that whole entire dating time was one of the most, saying yes to him was one of the most sober decisions I ever made in a relationship. And I got in the car and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's for real. I'm he's for real. He really does love me and stuff. And y'all, I mean, there's so much in this testimony period, because when we were dating and everything, I was like, he hasn't touched me. I'm not mean touching me inappropriately, you guys, but I don't know, just have physical affection and everything. And Mom was like, Joy, you know how toxic that sounds? Just because a man doesn't touch you doesn't mean he doesn't like you. He's respecting you. And I'm like, oh. Thanks for respecting me, babe.
You are welcome. And she was saying that we went on 2 dates.
No, Dominique, it was not 2 dates. He's babe, we went out, we would go out once a week. January, March, April, May, oh my God, January, March, April.
Yeah, so March, the first time was at
okay, that's at least 4 dates, babe. We went out once a week.
Yeah, the first,
it wasn't 2 days.
It was the third one, right? No, so you were saying after the second one.
I was, because we were, okay, my sister at Nicole's house, we had a little party. Me and him were up talking till 2 a.m. Y'all, he didn't even try to offer me his cover. Nothing. It was chilly out there. He didn't try to put his arm around me in the chilliness of outside. What were you thinking, babe?
Just conversation, that's it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God, I remember that. I was like, he didn't even try to cuddle up with me or anything. But it was definitely worth it, and he definitely cuddles me now. I'm just joking, and even after that. So yeah, in April of 2021, he asked me to be his girlfriend. I mean, I always knew we were really serious about each other. And then you proposed to me in April. No. What?
Yeah, April 16th,
Of what?
2021.
Oh, so you asked me to be your girlfriend. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I got that all mixed up. April 2020 is when he asked me to be his girlfriend. And then he proposed to me April of 2021.
Yep.
Oh, so sweet. And we'll pop some photos here. April 2021. It was beautiful over in Balboa Park in San Diego. And then we got married in October. Then we got married October 2nd, 2021. One of the most peaceful and beautiful days of our lives.
Yes.
What did you
Nice.
say, babe?
I'm gonna say it was just the whole time like having a piece of God. Like you have like your hiccups and whatever, and then you be like, you ask God some questions and he always confirm it. So it was just nothing but the peace of God the whole time throughout the relationship. Like I always knew. And then yeah, she never like, she was consistent too. She was consistent
Oh, thanks, babe. What's the other thing you always say about me?
Oh, I was you're.
He always says it. He like kept on saying that. I was like, what?
You just like peaceful, not combative.
Combative. He was always saying, oh,
There's nothing wrong with being combative. It's just.
She was like, you're not combative. I'm like, what? But I do give my opinion. Combative is different than, giving your opinion and stuff like that. But he would always say that. He's like, I'm just very peaceful around you, feel peace around you and stuff. So I thought that was cute. But really, that's, our story, babe. Did you want to add anything else, or what you were kind of feeling and going through, or I don't know?
No, I enjoyed all the stages. It was fun. I'm happy we're married now because she live about an hour and 30 minutes away.
Oh yes,
But,
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, throughout our dating period, you guys, I lived in Temecula. He lived in Long Beach. So we literally would drive. Well, the first 4 months of our relationship, I didn't even have a car. So Dominique was driving down every single week. So when I talk about him being consistent, he was very consistent. The first 4 months of our relationship, I did not have a car. So Dominique was driving down from Long Beach to Temecula, which is like an hour and a half drive, every Saturday to see me.
Yes.
It was so nice. And then I finally got a car and I started driving down here. Because, driving down to Long Beach.
Every Saturday.
That means he really cared about me. He really loved me. Still loves me. Sounds like we talking in past tense, y'all.
Right.
But honestly, y'all, that's how we met. We met at church and went on our first date January 12th of 2020. He asked me to be his girlfriend in April of 2020. Proposed to me in April of 2021. And we got married October 2nd of 2021.
Yes.
This is our love story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to follow me, hit that subscribe, bell, and like button so you don't miss any new content. Thank you for journeying with Joy and the Scotts. To the future we go. What's this?
I don't know.
Something always stood out to me about Dominique. When I would go and visit the church, I would just see him and I was like, there's something different. He's not like all these other guys at church and whatnot. And so anywho, when I was leaving, and sometime in 2018, I felt in my spirit to say to Dominique and his brother as well, if you know me, I'm a very, very random person. I'm joyful. I'm like, I'll say stuff, whatever's on my mind and whatnot. And so I was leaving the church and I felt in my spirit that I needed to go back to them, to him and his brother, Chris, and tell them, I pray that you guys find amazing wives. And I'm serious, this came from such a genuine place. Like, babe, can you tell it was genuine?
Yeah, it was genuine.
Like, when I tell you, like, my heart was pounding, I just felt in my spirit that I needed to say that to them. So I literally was walking outside the church. I saw them outside, and I literally went back, and I said, hey, I was like, I know this is really, really random, but I just want to say, I hope you guys find amazing wives. That's all I want to say. It's so geeky when I say it out loud. What were you thinking, babe?
I said, you might be the one of them. Not one of them. That sounded crazy, didn't it? Like I might have numbers. No, like you might be the one.
Thank you, the one, only one. So yeah, it's really funny now. Like literally, that came from such a genuine part of my heart. Like I had no idea that I was going. I thought I was gonna marry a Colombian and be out there. Like,
tell him, but your brother-in-law Jamal.
oh yeah, another thing too was that my brother Jamal, in December of 2019, before I went on my date with Dominique, before all this happened, he asked me, he's like, Joy, like, does your husband have to be bilingual? And I was like, that's a great question. Because I was out in the mission field doing all these things, and I was like, no, he doesn't have to be bilingual. It just really, I think I needed that conversation to think, okay, I don't have to marry another missionary, or I don't have to marry somebody from another country. I think that just kind of freed me from that. Yeah, it really freed me from that.
And and then open the door for me to come in.
Wow.